Hi and welcome. My name's Sue Larkey. I'm a teacher of children with autism spectrum disorder, and this year a fantastic new book's come out called Behaviour Solutions for the Inclusive Classrooms. In my doctorate research, one of the things most teachers said in inclusive classrooms is they don't have the time, resources or support to make inclusion work. 80% of teachers that I researched found that they'd love to teach this kid. They enjoy having the child. But one of the challenges is getting enough time each day and also finding out why they do some of the things they do, having the resources to help them support the students. This book is absolutely sensational, Behaviour Solutions for Inclusive Classroom. It basically is a quick guide to why kids do things. So, for example, here, avoiding physical contact or messy activities. And it has a quick explanation why these kids will do it, and then fantastic, some solutions. Encourage, do not force the child to participate. We know that forcing the child, the next time you go to do the activity, will result in the child actually having nearly a panic attack and being scared. There's nothing wrong with doing things hand over hand or gently encouraging the child, but forcing is something we should all avoid. Explore alternatives. So it says let the child use glue sticks instead of glue. A paintbrush instead of finger painting, and so it goes on. But they're just quick solutions. One of the ones I really like is this one, difficulty lining up. I go into heaps of schools where kids really don't want to join in the line, and this explains it so well. Peter is in 3rd grade and does everything in class very well. However, when the bell rings and recess is over, instead of lining up with the rest of the class, he goes running off. Why? Most typical students learn on the playground when the bell rings, it's a sign to line up. Sometimes there can be 50, 100 students rushing in to line up. For students, this scenario is a nightmare. And this is because of the sensory issues, the bell, the noise, the movement, kids screaming, rushing, saying goodbye to friends. One little girl that I taught explained that when she lined up, children pushed, shoved, said shush to her. And one of the things that upset her the most is when children trod on the back of her shoe. And she told me one day that she stopped to do up her shoelace and another child bashed into her. They didn't bash into her, they bumped into her. But because of her sensitivity to touch, can you imagine to her it was quite painful when the other child bashed into her. So what she decided to do was to hang back in the garden, and when the teacher started taking the class in, she joined the back of the line. So I guess this book points out lots of the things I've seen in schools and classrooms. So this gives us some excellent quick solutions. For example, having set spots in the line for the child, allowing them to go at the back of the line, or letting them walk with you and be your helper. These are all great solutions. If you've watched my 10 tips, essential tips for teaching kids with ASD, which is also on YouTube, I talked about organisation. This has some great solutions for organisation. Having a messy desk or disorganised binder. And it talks about that disorganisation is part of autism spectrum. So here it talks about ways to sort materials, having a constant place to store materials, showing simple systems, but also reviewing and keeping an eye on organisation. So once you put the system in place, going back. And I do agree with this. Have the student be an active participant in the sorting of their organisation, because if you do it for them, they won't learn the systems. So there's great ideas in here. I think it's over 150 pages of excellent ideas and solutions that you can look up, from the playground to attention difficulties, sensory issues, carpet time, avoidance and retreat behaviours, taking off shoes, fidgeting, excessive yawning, goodness me, everything's in here. Chewing their shirt, all sorts of things. So I highly recommend you have a look at this book if you can get a chance. Of course, we offer that you can, within Australia and New Zealand, we'll send you the book on approval, so we can send it out to your school, and you've got 14 days to decide if you want to keep it or not. So good luck. Hope there's lots of good strategies in there to help both teachers and parents. And thank you very much.